And good morning, curling fans. We're with Roger Roulette and Dave Craig-Nolan here with you with our first broadcast of the 2022 season. And this is the Calder Conley Hurd Finals.
Welcome, everybody. Looking forward to. We're very excited to be back in the broadcast business of our curling club here. It's been a long spell without having live broadcasts, and we all suffered through a year of not curling, and hoping that this pandemic leaves us all soon so we can get back to some degree of normalcy. But it looks like right now we're going to keep our fingers crossed that we're going to move forward and we'll be able to curl without any interruptions. So enjoy today's game.
Yeah, glad to be here with our first broadcast of 2022. Four games going off today, A through D events. We'll keep you posted on those games as they come along. And Dave, can you introduce the teams for our feature game here on Sheet 3, our A Championship Final?
I certainly will. We have the team of Liz Cato skipping for Matt Hames third. Crystal Hodge, relative new curler, is in the two-hole for that team, and Roger Barkman is at the lead position. And the other team is Mike Hurd skipping with Heather Dockstetter, and Doug Hurd playing second, and Kelly Jones is the lead. One of the things I want to mention right away for those of you tuning in today, we have two brand new curlers that are playing in an A-event final, which is really a real feather in the cap of curling. It shows that these folks came to a Learn to Curl clinic in the fall, and here they are playing in an A-event final. Really kind of a neat honor.
They can win this game quickly.
You guys over here. Go next to it.
We have a chat room open today. I already appreciate we got some feedback from Howard Feldman telling us that we got to turn ourselves up a little bit, and we always appreciate feedback on our live feeds here, being able to give you the best audio and video that we can possibly give you. And the team of Liz Cato will be throwing the blue rocks here today. And Mike Hurd's team will be throwing, obviously, the yellow rocks. Blue already has a rock that's slid into the rings here.
Mine's good. Mine's a lot better.
Just a little brief intro as to how the team of Mike Hurd got here in a very spectacular game last evening. They were behind 7-1 in their A semifinal game, and in a last shot that Mike made to hit and flop, he was able to win the end and win the game. They were tied coming for home. It was really a spectacular curling game. I almost wish that we'd been broadcasting that one for you folks, because that would have been a one for the memories. A couple rocks on the park early here for Team Cato.
All the way, guys, all the way. Hard, make for peace. Hard. Up. All the way.
That one's going to over curl.
Yeah, after the flood, it looks like rocks are curling pretty good inside out, even on hits.
Fast Ice, a shout out to the ice crew, which Roger and I are certainly loose members of the ice crew. We trying to help out some more this year, and done a fantastic job on playing on. I've only played in a handful of curling clubs, and none that have ice like we do. This is pretty darn good ice for club curling.
Yeah, it's been very good this year. We've had 25-second ice with good 4 feet of swing. Straightened out a bit with our mid-season flood, but it looks like it's picking up again.
Real nice guard thrown there. continuing her good play. Now Doug Hurd.
Can still see a piece of shot rock.
Doug is certainly the most experienced curler of the Utica curlers in this game. Matt Hames probably has as much experience as Doug. Matt, a transplanted Canadian, if I'm not mistaken, raised around the Toronto area. He's played at a very high level in the provincials in Ontario. And I believe he's played in the World Tournament as well.
He's U.S. champion and also has played in the World Championship.
Yep. Plethora of knowledge in the game. Was sharing curling knowledge last night with me here after the before dinner, and it's refreshing to have somebody be able to educate you on the game as he can do.
Just a little soft on that takeout attempt, but did remove the guard, so opens things up.
And Crystal will try and put this back. Try a steal end here for Cato. This one's going to be a little deep. Might go behind it.
Well, got lots of targets now.
Chance for Doug Hurd to clean some of these blue rocks up. Heather and Kelly are on it right away. It's going to make contact with the one in the middle. No, it slid by it. It's not going to be, yeah, it might even be shot rock. Great shot there from Doug.
It's close. Looks like it may be shot. Rolled underneath.
Yep.
And those guards are staggered.
Oh, it's in a very good spot. It's funny, we've said this before in our broadcast, how one shot in an end, it looks like things are going bad for a certain team, and one shot can really change the complexion of an end, and that could be that shot right there. Well, Matt Hames with his first stone of the day.
Yeah, that's one of those accidentally perfect shots, right? Where you're looking for the double and you wind up getting a beautiful hit and roll underneath.
Absolutely. Looking for a little soft takeout here. He may have it. Oh, that's a beauty. What a nice shot there from Matt Hames to erase that yellow stone. And we're back with 3 blue rocks on the park. And Heather's first stone of the day. And just off nose here. Might get two blue rocks off the paint. Chat room's open, folks, if you'd like to chime in. And that's going to be just fine. That's a fine shot from Heather. Puts that yellow rock in a pretty safe spot.
Yeah, over curl just a tad.
Yep. It's right in between
them.
But a
good result.
Yep, sure. Be hard to run the blue one back without interrupting shot rock there. So I think Blue'd like to come out of this sitting 1 and 2. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties on our audio end. No? It's you can hear us good? Okay. We have someone out in the in public that said, guys, announcer levels seem a bit low, and they seem to be fine here, so I'm not sure exactly what we've got people also streaming here with us, and So I'm not sure on your end there how that's transpiring. But we've got people here listening to the stream live, and they say it sounds good on their devices. So we're sorry about the difficulty. So Matt put this rock in a good spot.
Hard to move it.
Yes.
Hard to move it without moving the yellow. Looks like they're going to go after it. This is a tricky shot.
Sure is. You got to cross. You got to hit as much of this rock as possible.
Yep.
It's going to be on the top blue one.
This may work out better.
It might just be like a raised takeout. And it worked out fine. It was a good shot. It's in the open, however, but it was a good shot from Heather.
A lot of blue in there, though.
Okay, we've got some reporting ins that things are sounding okay here. So
we have an all new system this year, so we're still cutting our teeth on everything. Over the summer, we installed 20 digital cameras, which are bringing these video feeds to you, and some of the audio out in the shed.
ESPN3, watch out.
There you go. We're hoping to figure out our new system by the end of the year.
Yeah, there's a learning curve with all this stuff that we're playing with here.
But if you saw our old system, we don't have lots of mechanical switches and all sorts of other crazy stuff. An old 1970s VCR and a few other ancient devices running our system now are all digital.
We're in the high-tech age now.
Yeah. We made it into the 20th century anyway.
Down to skip stones here in the first end. This would be Liz Cato's first stone of the day.
A little tricky to remove this, but if you get right to the nose, you could sit 4 here and really put a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, I think that's what she's trying to do here.
Don't want to hit this high side.
Nope. Left this one out just a little bit.
It's not curling.
Oh, it's going to run it into shot rock, I believe, but maybe not. It might go over the top, and it did leave yellow sitting 1.
Yeah, yellow is shot.
Yeah. Pretty well protected at that.
Boy, you need another rock in for yellow. I would like getting rid of that rock on the left.
Yeah, I think so too.
And
especially with hammer, right?
Yeah, sit 1 and 2. Just a little hit and roll close to the 4-foot. It would leave a tough double. Tough double for Liz Cato to make. And just sit 2 here.
Yep, good shot here from Mike. Will put him in business to get his deuce.
Going to go inside out at this, and my experience early in this second half is that this will curl pretty hard.
Looking for nice control weight here. Not too
Wouldn't
firm.
want to be too soft because I think it'll go.
Yep. And he's down weight. I said this is more like a board weight
Board
shot.
weight, yep. He's going already.
Good call, Roger. I think he's still going to make contact with the stone. Oh, it's nice. They straightened it right out.
Yeah, he's
very nice.
Get a
Very
good
nice
piece
team
of
shot. Very nicely done.
Very
And
nice.
that guy
Not going to be shot, but
No.
got rid of the rock. Just over curled a hair.
Yep. Good throw there.
Wanted to hit that just a shade on the high side. The good news is that yellow rock is pretty well covered.
Shout out to Michelle McEnroe. Thank you for that feedback. Looks like we've got it tweaked pretty good here now. Again, we're still playing with our new equipment here, so it's good to have feedback from folks that are out listening to what it sounds like out there. We know what it sounds like here between Roger and I. It sounds perfect. So and then what we're hearing doesn't always mean what folks are hearing that are watching the screen. Liz is going to look to drive. I'm not sure exactly where she wants to put this stone.
There's no good places to hide, really.
No. I guess
Maybe
there's enough room to try and freeze on shot rock.
Or maybe just tuck around the top blue on the right-hand side.
Just to make it tough for, tougher for Mike to get to here.
Oh, we're getting good curl here.
Yes, we are. A little heavy. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's a little heavy.
Oh, it's keened up quick.
It sure has.
And open draw for 2 here for Mike Hurd. This is a case where you just pick whatever path you know.
Yes.
Right? Something you know. First end. If you know the speed down a certain path, throw that one.
Yeah, this is where the having a front end that can recognize light rocks here or have, you know, it makes a big difference in a curling game where if a front end can pick up on that the rock's going to need some sweeping, they can pretty much with an open park like this put it wherever they want to put it.
And you got to know which paths are running fast and slow here. It's
Sure.
first end, so you need to know where you're broken down the ice a little bit.
Yep.
And if your front end's keeping track. So front end's not just to spectate. you got to read the ice too.
It was a big conversation piece last night how important lead and second positions truly are in the game of curling. Well, every position's important, but one might think that being a lead is any less important than being a skip, and it's really not the case.
Well, the front end sweeps 6 and throws 2, so they have a big impact with the sweeping end of the game. Last rock, first end. Mike Hurd drawing for 2.
It's got plenty of room. This would be a weight shot only.
Yeah.
There's a lot of line on this rock, so it's...
They've got plenty of room. They just need to put this on the 4.
Now they came up.
You like it. It's gliding. Might have
I don't
overbaked
know.
it.
I think they overstrength it just a little bit.
That's going to dig
Nope.
in.
Wow, it didn't.
Nice draw.
It did. Very nice.
Nice draw. They made sure, and that, you know, I like that with the sweepers. You know, don't leave them short. I like the approach the sweepers took on that shot. They took it early to make sure they got it there, right?
Yep,
so you have your
definitely.
biggest effect then.
Perfect.
And then they came up at the end. So despite looking at a lot of blue rocks, it looks
baby.
like, yep. Mike Hurd comes up with a big deuce here in the first end and takes a 2-0 lead.
Shout out to my girlfriend Pamela, who's watching from the Catskills today. Hope you're nice and warm and tucked in your little crib there.
All right, second end, Liz Cato's team will have the Blue Rocks and the last stone this end. See if they can bounce back.
A little confidence booster there for Mike Hurd and his team.
Yeah, got
Always nice to score a deuce at the start. Huh, with him?
and got his draw weight early.
Yeah. One end in the books, successful.
And
This one's
just
going to slide on the rings here.
take a quick tour around the sheets here. It looks like in our B final, Dave Palazzolo's team's taking a 1-0 lead over Team Convoy after 1. Mike DiGeronimo's team has taken a 1-0 lead over Don App after 1 into play. And still waiting for a score on sheet 5. The end is completed. They're starting their second end.
And Mike DiGeronimo and Don Knapp curled together for a long time, and now they're opponents here in this final day.
We're back together again, actually, for our men's championship in this December. And we'll be playing in the Mitchell this week, as a matter of fact.
A little watered down version with Canadian teams unable to attend this year. But nonetheless, it's a historic tournament and always fun to play in.
Well, it's a tough year for travel, and right now it's, of course, a tough time to travel, but we've got 16 teams coming. So we'll have an event.
So it looks like the ice is really keened up. The players are, front ends are sliding them through the park right here. See if Roger can make an adjustment with his first one.
The others would like to get a little hit and roll to the wings here.
Better line this time. Down weight.
Hanging onto that center line.
Yeah, it is. It's really down weight. It's just like a draw, just about.
Back line.
Yeah.
If that.
Getting this one on the rings would be okay. And it looks like they're going to achieve that. A little light there from Roger on his takeout attempt, but nonetheless a useful stone.
Well, if you can hit this blue one, you should get rid of it.
A little difference of strategy there.
And looking to guard their rock on the 4 foot.
I like this call. There's a couple ways of making it. You can be light and still make it. You know, if you miss your takeout, you may just waste the rock. I like the call here. Heather and Kelly are right on it.
It's going to come right in the rings, I think.
Yeah, they got a little overzealous with the sweeping there. It's going to bump this yellow rock back. Need to sweep that for a little better, and a little more straight on line.
Yeah, if you nose freeze, that's pretty good. This is going to be a relatively easy double at some point in the end.
One of the new curlers, Crystal Hodge, again was a learn to curl curler in the fall of the year. And here she is playing in the A final of the Calder Conley Hurd. Kind of a neat storyline there. Something that we sell as the Utica Curling Club, you know, that you don't have to be, you can be a brand new curler and not only enjoy it for a recreational purpose, but you can be competitive as well, so. Shout out to Gavin Hames out there. Steve Lobel online also. It's great to have you folks in the chat room. Crystal's takeout attempt was a little wide. And now we'll look to guard these up if you're Mike and Doug.
Yeah, same shot, a little less weight this time.
Looks like he gave him a little touch more ice. It looks like the same weight. I just heard, thought it was Heather said same, meaning the same weight. It's a little wider.
Looks a lot quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to go through the rings, I think. Checking up now, maybe the back of the rings.
Oh, getting a ton of curl here. Not much handle on that stone.
Nope.
And these stones are
1, 2, and
freshly
3.
textured, so you've got to get some rotation on these, or they will curl a mile.
I'm guessing the ice is picked up rapidly here, Roger. It looks like
A lot of heavy rocks.
A lot of heavy rocks is usually a sign that the ice is cleaned up quickly. Whoops. Little bobble from Crystal coming out of the hack. She looks like she adjusted well, though.
Line looks pretty good.
Yep.
Got the weight.
Oh, this is going to be on the top one, I believe. Yep. Not in a bad spot, however.
It's in a good control position. It's not a tough one to remove.
And curling's a funny game. Sometimes things have a way of working out.
I still think you can remove this blue. You could, you'll give up a yellow, but
Yep.
right on the nose, you'll get both. I think I'd hit that blue all day long, and it goes right off that yellow. You lose that one, but you'll still be sitting 3.
Calling for a draw behind. I think you want to err on the side of light here if you're Heather. Pro side miss would be a guard. Without hammer. I don't know. I think that blue stone is 3rd rock, but I can't tell from the angle we're sitting at. It's tight. It's close.
Looks like a second shot.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
You got a better look on your telescope
Yeah,
there.
overhead looks pretty much a second shot here.
This is also a little heavy, I think. And players are having trouble adjusting to this. It's going to bop that into the pile and
right into the pocket. You'll never get rid of that blue now.
No, that blue rock's in a real good spot.
It'll take 2 stones to get rid of it now.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be able to punch it between those 2 yellow ones. They're going to move them around if you do that. But.
I don't think you could get that blue to go anywhere now. It'd be really, well, there's room, but barely, right? It's like a rock and a quarter.
Yellow sitting 1 and 2 right now.
It looks easier from the overhead than it does looking down the ice.
Yes,
if I was looking down the ice, I would say, nope, I'm not throwing
always.
That. From the overhead, it looks easy.
I wish I had a nickel for every time I said that about a curling shot.
Yeah.
Matt coming with big weight here. Rocks are going to go splashing around. Just got rid of the 1. Wound up in a good spot, too. Nice throw there. Very nicely done.
Great angles now for Cato team.
Yep. That's a good shot.
The yellow rock on the top 4 is now the filling of the Oreo sandwich. Just waiting to be squeezed out.
Yeah, double stuff. Good shot. And again, curling shots can change the complexion of an end, and that one did. Now, if you're Mike, what do you do here? Your yellow one is not vulnerable because you can't move the yellow one without moving the shot rock.
Thing is, even if you pound the top blue, I'm not sure the back blue is going.
You think?
It might. You got to hit it pretty hard though, because you got a bad angle on it.
So if you're Mike, do you want to jiggle these around a little?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe just unlock them a little bit.
Yeah, or even right there is not a bad spot for it. I like that. Even if you tap them and move them around a little bit, it's not a bad idea. Corner freeze on his own yellow rock wouldn't be bad.
That would be good. Yeah, corner freeze in the pocket of.
Right there, right? Yeah.
Say right in here, if you could get a rock in there, right?
Sure. Shaping it interesting end.
Even if you jiggled up that blue a little bit to open it up so that you've got a better angle on the yellow onto the shot stone.
Yep. They're just looking to draw down to the pile here.
This also looks heavy.
Plenty of weight, my goodness. Is it that fast out there? Huh, it is. This is gone. That's unfortunate, but it's going to go right through the rings. There's a little bit of a struggle here with finding the right draw weight here today so far. Ice is keened up quickly. Now you got to move these rocks around a little bit.
Yeah, I think you hammer this blue. If you hit it thin, if you hit this thing thin, you get rid of that yellow too.
Yep.
Right, that goes. This blue may not go all the way out of the rings. This one's going to go.
Yep.
That one's going to go. This one may just kind of spin to the back.
Could be sitting 3 in a perfect world.
It could. But I think you'll definitely be sitting at least 2. The rock that's kind of gumming up the works here is the yellow rock that's frozen on the top 4. That's the one you got to get rid of.
Yeah, Matt's going to come with like a normal takeout here.
Yeah, I think just a quarter rock, and the yellow's bye-bye, and the blue might hang around, the shot stone.
Even if it doesn't, the
still,
complication of that yellow rock is gone, right?
Right, and you're sitting at least 2.
Yep.
And it opens things up. Yeah, I like this call.
Coming right in nice.
Boy, it's curling even with that weight.
Sure is. Got about half a rock.
It over curled a bit, but as like I say, that shot rock didn't go all the way out.
Nope.
It spun to the back, and it's actually out counting the rock in the back, so.
Came up a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I curled a ton with that weight. Yeah, they were definitely looking to make that kind of quarter rock double. Now that's a lonely yellow in the
Boy, is it ever. It's a little complex now. I think you got to get rid of that blue rock at the top of the rings, right?
If you can squirt it out, I would. The other option would be you got to draw another one in. But, of course, that's shot rock on top 4, right? I think you got to move it. You got to move it.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that blue rock.
You just don't want to jam it. Unfortunately, you're going to have to roll in front of your yellow. You don't have any choice.
Cross the face to the center of that blue rock just a little bit. Ooh, you might double that rock on the back out
if you go here and do this,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
But boy, that's dangerous, right? You don't want to jam it in the back. That would be my worry. I think the safe shot is probably to hit and roll here, right? Even though you're leaving a double.
I think that's what he's calling.
Then that one goes out this way. No risk of a jam. But it's danger time for Team Hurd because Team Cato is saying 1, 3, and 4.
Yes.
No, 1, 3. 1, 3. Yeah. Yeah, they're sitting 4th.
Got a good looking rock here.
And we saw Matt's curl a ton, so with this weight, it should curl.
Very nicely thrown here by Mike. I think he's got a good shot here. Little light, maybe.
Didn't throw a ton of weight at it.
Little light. It's going to move it off the 4-foot, I think, but barely, huh?
Yeah, didn't have enough weight.
However, it left them sitting 1 and 2.
They're 1-2, so that's okay.
Yeah. Nicely thrown there. Mike's happy with that outcome.
And goals at 1-2 there. I guess the plus side of playing it like that is those rocks are now separated, and that's a tough double.
Sure it is. Real skinny
right.
On the top one, right?
If you play the hit and flop, then there is a potential double. So
it looks like they're calling for a hit and roll.
Probably hit and roll underneath, and then see how Mike's going to get this out, right? So take that one out that way, and then roll in behind.
Yep. As announcers of a curling game, we always hope for a curling game to be this kind of a game. It's really not as much fun to call a game that gets a little bit out of hand. It's always fun when it's a nip-tuck game, and I always root for that when I'm announcing a game.
Oh, you like to see a competitive game.
Right, sure. You might have left this out just a little, Liz. It's going to get the rock off the, I think she's going to roll away though.
Yeah, it's going to roll away and out.
And out. Got rid of one yellow rock.
And this is one of those occasions where, oh, do we need another yellow rock in?
Yes, we do. Freezing to the rock, the blue rock in the back, not a horrible.
Not at all.
Not a horrible thing to do here for Mike. If he leaves it there, the double's in play for Liz with her last rock. I think you got to freeze to this for blue rock in the back.
I would. I think that's the call. You're not stealing this in with a rock on the top 8.
No.
Not likely.
Nope. So you want to erase these other rocks in the back, right?
Absolutely, and put that rock where it can't be doubled out.
I agree.
I mean, if you knew you could stick it, you could even split the rings and go wide. But I think freezing to that blue is the logical call.
Yep, I agree.
It gives you lots of options. You got some backing. If you're a little short, you still sit 1-2.
Right. Yeah, after the freeze, there's really not a great place. There's always going to be a chance to double these yellow rocks, no matter where you put it and sit 1-2. Unless you corner freeze on the blue rock out in the 12-foot, and then that's not good because blue rock's going to outcount it here in the back. So a lot of little nuances to this end, certainly, but I like freezing to the rock in the back.
Even if you're a little bit tight and you split your rock on the top 8, you may be okay.
Yeah,
depending on where you roll to. Bottom line, you need to sit 1-2 here.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yep. Make Liz force the action.
Right, and force her to decide whether she's going to throw a double.
Nice. Hi, Jane, out there. We got another person in the chat room. Nice to have you there. Looks like this is just going to be a guard. Oh boy, don't get it too close to it. If you get it too close to this yellow one, you're going to leave a
don't overcurl
easier double. Easy does it.
You need to come up.
And
yeah, once you know that's not in, you got to come up for line so it doesn't overcurl.
Nose hit 2 here. Nose hit deuce.
Nose hit to tie the game.
Yep.
Got to make sure you squirt it past the back ones, right?
It's a possible 3. I'm not sure who's counting these 2 rocks in the back.
No, I think blue is, this might be for 3.
This could be for 3, yep.
I think you're right. I think the blue rock in the back 12 is.
Looks like it's a little closer to that blue rock than the yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
A little discussion there between Matt and Liz. She said she'd like to throw normal at this rock. Good idea, probably with the way it's curling.
It's starting to overcurl.
Yep.
And it's going to undo the back one, so that's only going to be for 2.
Deuce. Yep.
So we got us a tie game here. And that one jumped on them again, right? That same
Most
line.
certainly did. Yeah, it made a big move.
It's fooling everyone in the house because they're expecting it to run there, and it's just not. Good in, though. Miss Cato makes a little hit. Grab a deuce back, and we've got us a tie game after 2. So Mike Hurd with the Yellow Rocks will have a hammer here in the 3rd end.
So our 8-end curling game is turned into a 6-end curling game. tie game after 2. Nice center guard there.
Nice and tight.
Yep, excellent shot. Kelly Jones, new curler. I believe part of our Learn to Curl clinic this fall. Yep, along with her husband Mike, who's sitting with us in the warm room, cheering his wife on. Both have picked up on the game very, very well. Mike played, subbed in with me in the first half of the season with the Charbonneau and curled very, very well. So it's great to see the new blood in the Utica Curling Club and doing well and enjoying it. Great winter sport. It's relatively warm. There's no wind out there. That's the beauty of a curling game. It can be 0 outside and it's still 40 inside the curling shed.
It was pretty ugly out there today. A little bit icy here in upstate New York.
It was an adventure getting here. Was it intense out your way?
Oh, yeah.
The roads.
I had about 1/10 of an inch of ice on my windows in my house. I couldn't see out.
Wow. They're really working this rock. Rogers here trying to get it to the rings. Maybe a little short. I think got it there. Wow. Great sweeping. What a great team sweep that was. Very nice.
Dragged it.
My goodness. Got a bunch of people in the chat room out there. Always makes it fun. Looks like Kelly got some guards up here. Looks like Kelly's going to try and draw. Oops, little bobble coming out of there. Oh, she's going to take a rock out. That was a great recovery. She's going to get rid of this blue stone, I believe. It's curling hard. She's still going to get it, though. Nice throw.
Might get a nice roll here.
Excellent. Excellent shot.
Right under the corner.
Very nice. Including the bobble coming out of the hack. It's even harder when you make a little misstep, misslide coming out of there. To be able to adjust like that says something about Kelly's athletic ability. That was a great shot. Liz would like to put this rock right froze on the rock that's in the park.
Yeah, Team Hurd's actually set up pretty good with that hit and roll under the corner early in the end.
She's got a great looking shot here.
It does look good.
This is a great looking shot. She's going to get rid of the.
Oh, just ticked.
Oh my goodness! It just curled hard. Great shot there from Crystal. Liz raised her hand and said, "Good shot" to Crystal right away. It just looked like it was by, and it just overcurled a little bit.
Just a little more sweeping early, and they would have made it.
They would have just touched it. Mike's going to try and split the house here and sit 1-2. Old campaigner here, Doug Hurd, trying to get one on the rings. Love to have his team sit 1 and 2 here.
Yeah, just splitting the house here.
Looks like a lot of weight. I don't think so. No, that rock is going to go through. Unfortunate miss there.
Nice thing with the rock under the corner, though, you can afford that miss.
Sure.
Still tough to remove that rock under the corner. They're going to give another go at it.
Yeah, Crystal's going to get a second chance at this.
Almost made it the first time.
She left this one out a little bit. I think she's going to be on her own stone here. They're going to play a little different plan B here. They're going to try and raise that blue rock onto the rings. If they hit it thin enough, it may stick around.
It might raise it onto the yellow rock here.
It really might. Oh, it just
backed
went
up.
by.
Backed up.
Yep. Threw a little bit of a spinner there.
Well, at some point, I'd want to kill that center guard. You got your one buried under the corner. Kill that center guard, open it up. You got your one locked in.
Yeah, because you're leaving the blue. You're leaving Liz a chance to draw behind and then change the complexion of the end, right?
Yeah. Well, then you're going to start having to either peel or run it to get rid of the stone in behind.
Yeah, I like getting rid of the blue rock too, Roger.
You can even roll towards your corner to cover up your stone on the corner. Then,
looks like Doug adjusted his weight nicely here, so they're going to sit 1-2.
The good news you make this shot is it does put a lot of pressure on the other team.
Yes,
you know,
it does.
Do you come around that center guard, or are you going to leave them
shot.
sitting too, right?
Nice adjustment there from Doug.
I think Liz and Matt are going to go around that center guard all day long. I think they have confidence that they can.
Oh, no, he's going after.
Is he going to freeze?
Yeah, he's going after this yellow rock.
Oh, they're going to try to chip and roll off the stone under the corner.
Little gutsy call here. They saw the line, the first one of Crystal's.
Just kind of hack to board weight here.
Curling hard.
It's gonna click
Curling
again.
hard.
It's gonna
Curling
click
hard.
again.
Oh my God! It rubbed again, but it made contact with the blue rock and moved it out. Oh God! Oh, gee,
Again,
I
you
can't
got
believe how
fooled
much
again.
they
Just
curled. It did.
Ton of curl.
I'm sitting in a perfect line watching that rock, and I'm thinking it's going to get by, and it just rubbed the guard again. Looks like they're getting rid of this blue rock in the back. It is shot rock. Might have left this one out a little, Heather. It looks like he left this one out, unfortunately. She set that one out just a little. A little reaction of disdain there from.
And a little heavy too.
A little toasty, I think, as well.
Yeah, if you want to win a lot of games, throw board weight hits, right?
Oh yeah, especially on fast ice, Roger.
Yeah.
You know, it's
keep the shooters around, get some control to the brooms. You throw a heavy rock, you have to be right on.
Correct.
Right on target.
I try to stress that to anybody who's relatively new at curling too, that the faster that you're making, more speed you have with your takeouts, the more accurate you have to be. There's a lot of room for error.
We were watching a lot of the Saskatchewan Scotties provincials this weekend, and all those teams are throwing very light takeouts. They're controlling them with the brooms. Hardly ever throwing more than 10 seconds hog to hog unless they needed to move a ton of rocks.
So that rock came up hard too.
Yep, even way out
nice
there.
Controlled takeout, and it came up real hard. So we're getting good curl here, readable curl. Now Heather's going to get another chance at erasing this blue rock in the back. Still going to leave pretty much the 4-foot circle wide open, but nonetheless, this is probably a good strategy for Mike.
It's almost always good to sit two when you've got the last rock.
Sure.
This is nicer weight for sure.
Yep. It's just going to be late.
This looks really good. It's going to go. Watch it snap.
Shooter's not going to stick around though.
Oh, it didn't go.
No. Weight sensitive, I believe there. It looks kind of weight sensitive.
Just a shade more weight again.
Yep. You really need just board at best there. Heck to board. So now, if Liz erases this yellow stone, Mike's got to make his mind up if she sticks to play for a blank end here. The end went a little sour for both teams so far.
Yeah, a lot of half shots. Hit and roll out.
Yeah. Liz Cato, one of our childhood curlers in the Utica Curling Club. I do remember when she was a little rocker. Certainly one of our best lady curlers in the club.
This will come up nice.
Yeah, perfect shot here from Liz. Perfect nose hit. Boom. Very nice. Nicely thrown.
Well, I think you get rid of this rock and then see if you can get the blank out of this end.
Sure. I guess there's a chance of rolling behind if you can roll all the way to the other side of the sheet, getting behind one of the two rocks that exist on the left side. You could bring two back into play, but it's tough.
Yeah, and I think you'll be behind T-line if you make that long roll.
Yep.
I like keeping the play here on the outside. Just hit this again, maybe move it to a different spot.
Yep.
Make Liz hit it again, and then see if you can get yourself a blank. And Mike's going to take the inside out path here.
This will curl if he's down.
Yeah, I'd be pretty firm here.
Yeah, you want to throw this firm or this is going to really buckle on him. Mike Hurd. Looks like he's got a great shot here.
Looks good.
Really good touch. Nice finesse shot. It's going to roll.
It's going to get a little roll, different spot. This is good.
Yeah, nicely thrown. Nice finesse shot there from Mike. Brings it a little closer to the center. Liz has a chance to actually hit and roll underneath these two guards on the left. Now there's a chance of that.
Yeah, that'll make it a little tougher. At least even if you roll behind T-line, directly behind that guard, it'd probably take away the blank. So force Mike to draw for his one.
Great game so far. Well played. Takeout attempt here from Liz. And that one floated out on her a little bit.
That one's sailing a bit.
Coming back. I don't think this is going to stay on the rings, though. I think her shooter's going bye-bye. And it is. Okay.
This will be an easy shot.
Yeah, I think Mike's going to blank the end. I would. We'd be blanking.
I don't think you can split anything on. So
boy, if you could, though, that would be a...
But that corner guard's too far out.
Oh, no, that's way too far out.
If that was tight to the rings, I'd take a run of the split, but I think you just toss this one through and take your hammer into the next end.
Yep. Heather moved way. Didn't want to get anywhere near that blue rock. And a blank end in play here, so the third end's going to be a blank. Blank the end, keep the hammer. Good choice there from Mike.
So 3 ends in the books here at the 2022 Calder Conley Hurd final. We're all tied up at 2. And Team Hurd with Yellow Rocks will have the last rock here again in the 4th end coming home.
We were just asked a question, Roger, and if you're blanking an end, do you have to throw the rock?
Yes, but you can throw it into the boards if you like.
Right, you can throw it right to the side if you want to, right?
Yep.
You don't even have to throw it down the ice.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But you want to learn something about the ice usually is like it's to
make a mock takeout or something.
Yeah,
right, you know?
if you want to throw a takeout later in the game, you might want to see a line.
Sure. guess the only time that you wouldn't want to throw and do some kind of a mock takeout to figure the ice is if there was a string of rocks.
Yeah, if there's a wall up front. No, sorry, not going there.
You're going to hit something.
Not going there.
Oh, Rogers, oops, too low. Roger slides right onto the rings there. And Michael put a corner guard up. Good choice. She was throwing a guard here, but it looks like she's going to be able to erase this rock. She threw it out a little heavy and a little wide, but it's going to work out for her. So, and plan B, unfortunately, is going to be a good choice there. Liz calling for a freeze for Rogers' second stone. I've played a few games over the years where a blank end is followed by a blank end. I don't think I've played 3 blank ends in a row, but I've played 2, and it can get a little nerve-wracking for your team.
It can.
Because you're playing that hit and roll out, hit and stick that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? It can be really nerve-wracking to have to play that kind of a game.
Yeah, we played a game like that against someone. It might have been Bill Sewell in the men's championship, and I think we blanked 3 ends in that game.
Wow.
I think we blanked 4 ends in that game.
And it's so nerve-wracking.
And but you didn't want to grab a deuce because the game was so close. You want to make sure you got a deuce. You don't want to grab a single, right?
Right.
So, but your team has to make like every shot, right?
Exactly.
You have to make takeout after takeout, and then you've got to make your hit and roll out with your last.
Yep.
The skip rock. But you do what you got to do.
Yeah, it can
but
be
you
a
watch the zeros
scenario.
pile up, right? You watch the zeros pile up and say, well, someone's going to win this game 2-1.
And in fact, before a free guard zone, that's the way the game was genuinely played.
Yeah, which was a little boring.
Yep. A nice firm shot here from Kelly. Great throw.
Is it going to hang on?
No, I don't think it's going to hang on, but boy, she threw some weight at it. She was just inside a little bit. You got to believe the broom today. It's curling.
Yeah, it's good to see the curl come back. I mean, it's was a little straight after the flood.
That's usually the case, right?
It's not straight today. So we're about a week in.
Looking to guard up here. This is Crystal. Over curl. A little toasty. A little narrow.
Okay, second chance here. Now Doug Hurd will try his luck here removing this blue rock.
We'll leave it up to the KG veteran here. It's going to curl. Wow.
Can't wait long on those, can you?
No, you cannot. If you waited till they started to curl, it's too much.
Yep.
Even with that weight. Oh, the ice is playing great. It's readable, you know. It's just, you can make excuses all day about ice and rocks, and bottom line is both teams are playing it. You know?
Yeah, and it looks pretty consistent today.
It does.
I haven't seen anything weird other than it's curling a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx us, but I agree.
So we get to start over. No rocks in play.
Nope. No, kudos to the ice crew. The ice crew's really done a beautiful job of long hours and yeoman's work to give us ice that we play on like this. It's really a pleasure. And a shout out to our new chef, Anthony Amodio and his staff, Tammy and Allison, who are providing us with really, really dynamite good food.
All right, nice tight center guard.
Now Mike can start building back an end here if he can get one behind this blue rock.
Yeah. And Mike Hurd asking Doug Hurd to get this one around the center.
It's going to curl hard. Better go.
The weight looks really nice.
It was. He
Are
waited too long. Yeah. Waited too long. It's perfect weight. Just couldn't anticipate the curl.
Got to hold those out early, and you got to believe.
Yep. I love when the ice plays like that because, you know, your front end gets involved into the game, being able to keep those, get them started, and stay out a little bit longer. That rock would have been certainly in play. I'm not sure how deep, but it would have been in play and behind the guard.
Looked like around T-line back four,
yeah,
right?
Sure. Well, Matt will lose this yellow one, and we'll start over again.
Well, now they'll have a corner to go around.
Yep.
Unless they have to chase this rock that Matt has just thrown. That looks like it's going to sit right there, which is good. And I think you got to chase that one. Keep the blank in play. The aggressive call will be to go around the corner guard now and deal with that rock on the top 12 later.
He's looking at it. No, he's going to take it.
Looking at the conservative call. There's still first third's rock, right?
Yep.
Got some time. Might hit this one again. Maybe hope you get a half shot, then go around the corner. Main thing is make sure this blue rock goes away. And he got on that one early.
Yep.
Anticipating the curl. Held that out a little bit.
It's going to go out. Looks like it might have backed up. Laid the brooms on it, and away it went. Put a little pressure on him here with a nice draw.
The one thing about going around the corner this early is if you don't get completely under the corner, then you're giving Team Hurd a chance to get themselves under the corner with a hit and roll.
The old cat and mouse game.
Yeah, so the other school of thought is to go to the open side for now. Make them chase you out there. And you do not want to go back 8 here.
I think that's where it's going. Might be off the rings. It's off the rings.
Wow.
Wow, he's right. Wow, he's owie.
Now a free shot around the corner for Team Hurd.
Brings the deuce back into play. He can make it.
Wrap one around. You've got a potential 2. This one's also a little toasty.
Yep. Stuck around in the back.
Sure, yeah.
Looks like it's going to come right down to this yellow rock.
And just tremendous speed. Everyone's getting fooled by the speed here. Look at this, going to go all the way to the back one.
It is. I think yellow's going to wind up shot. No, maybe not.
Nope, yellow will wind up. Oh, it is close. Yellow is shot.
Yeah, blue, yellow still shot.
Yep, blue rolled off a little too far. You know, one thing I've noticed with ice here in the second half with the reconditioned rocks is if you put any extra weight on them, it takes the curl completely away. I don't know if that'll change as our ice breaks in, but they will run really straight right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just a little on the heavy side. I like this. If you get around this corner guard, you put potential 3 in play.
Yes.
I mean, you could
Yes,
go
you
open,
do.
could go open side for 2,
Yep.
but I like this. This chokes off the corner in case Liz Cato decides to go around there first.
Curling hard.
Gonna have to go both for weight and line, huh?
I've been fooled by the weight before here. I think the weight's pretty close.
It's gliding.
It sure is. If it's by, it's going to be 1 and 2. Oh, finish it up. Finish it right up.
That is a really good shot.
That's a good throw from Mike.
Showed him just a piece, huh?
Yep. Pretty sure that
You hate to be
Hurd's
looking at
sitting
this.
1 and 2 here.
Yeah.
This is a tough shot. You don't want to bounce off of this and miss it. A corner freeze on it is great.
You hate looking at this with your last shot, right? Is this
Oh,
good?
definitely.
You're sitting
If you
to
just
it.
nudge it and bounce off, like you said, you bring 3 right into play.
Yeah, you bounce your cooked, right? You're going to drop 3. The freeze gets you out for only 2.
Right.
You just lock one right on the top of that yellow.
No bounce.
It's just through. No bounce.
No bounce. Usually bad things happen with a bounce.
Yeah, they did a nice job not bringing that rock too deep.
Perfect spot.
It's in a really nice spot.
Yeah.
Better high and a little exposed than completely buried in, say, a tee line.
Sure, then you can
Then-
freeze.
then they
Easier to
freeze
freeze
on you for shots,
Easier to
right?
freeze too.
Hard to freeze for shot here, so they're just looking to get good second rock. There's Cato with her last here in the 4th end, drawing against 2. And this one's boogieing.
This is coming to the backer, I believe. Coming right to the backer. Did take the back one out of play, so it takes 3 out.
Now a free shot for a deuce.
Yeah. Just got to hit the 8-foot circle for 2. Or does he want to get cute and try
I
to
was
come
gonna
down
say,
and double these rocks out in the back for 3?
That's looking like a pretty tasty double, isn't it?
I think I'd give it a shot.
I would.
Yeah.
If you hit the higher blue rock.
Correct. First.
Anywhere high, I think you've got
them
it
both.
made, right? The only question is, can you keep your shooter? But you want to hit
If
it
you
almost
right in
as
between them.
You want to hit it as thin as possible, right?
Correct.
You
Yep.
just want to doink doink.
Yep, right there.
Even if you hit the back when you get 2, right?
Correct.
You hit either one of those rocks and stick, you'll get a deuce. So I think this is a no risk. Oh, he's not going to do it. He's going to draw.
It's just drawn. I think you and I would be trying this all day.
I think so. Just hit the blue rock.
It's wide open, right?
Hit the high blue rock as thin as you can, and you know.
Come with a nice board weight shot. You know,
don't need a lot of finesse on that.
no.
If you hit it thick, you get 2. If you hit it thin, you get 3.
Correct.
If you hit it way thin and maybe somehow roll completely out of the rings, which looks unlikely, Still get a deuce.
Yep. This is the old don't be light here. You got backers.
Yep. It's not light. I don't think.
Well, they think it is.
They do, and they're just putting a broom to it.
Yes.
No, don't leave it short.
Can't hurt it now. Can't hurt it now.
Well, they're gliding really good.
Can't hurt it now. Gotta go. Gotta go. That was a nice shot. Okay. Very nice shot.
Good enough. Got the
The
deuce.
old skip deuce.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So at the halfway point, it's Team Hurd 4, Team Cato 2. Liz Cato with the Blue Rocks will have the hammer here in the 5th end. Taking a quick tour around our sheets. We have a final on sheet 4. Mike DiGeronimo's team has defeated Don Knapp's team 5-1.
Very fast, Kelly.
Over on sheet 2, our B finals. I'll update the score. Team Convoy has taken a 3-1 lead over Team Palazzoli. That's after 4 ends of play. Over on sheet 5, it is now 5-0. Team Crummo over Team Moore. That's after 4 ends of play. And our feature game, Mike Hurd's team is up 4-2.
Threw one right to the tee line here of the opener. Liz looking to freeze. Looks like he's got a nice shot here. A little bounce, I think. A little bounce.
So that's just near perfect.
Very nice, Roger Barton. Great shot. Roger happy with his attempt.
Beautiful weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like just it needed to curl another 6 inches to be perfect. That is a pretty good result.
What would you do? Yeah, brought two. Right here, Kelly. Same way you just threw.
I'm not sure what Mike called here. Did he call for center guard? Or is he trying to
I
freeze
think they're
down?
going to try to freeze down
Okay.
to shot stone or second rock. I guess it is shot stone. The blue one.
Don't think that one's going to come back. Not
Trying,
quite. Almost.
just a
Oh
little on
my
the heavy side.
goodness, almost.
Pretty good attempt.
You just got it through the rings. Well, Roger gets to throw pretty much same shot. Pretty much on the same line Kelly was on. Yeah, trying a little directional sweeping here. Don't know if
Just
it's
that
gonna
little
happen.
extra
Yep.
bit of weight straightened it out.
Yep, it did. Pretty fast piece of real estate right there.
Same thing, Doug.
I'm surprised Mike isn't asking Doug here just to rip that blue one out of play.
Yep. You took the words right out of my mouth.
You can certainly make that shot, and
even if you get rid of both the yellow and the blue rock and sit there, it
doesn't hurt you. You got a 2-point lead, right?
At all.
Sit one with a 2-point lead.
Yep.
They're tight on the broom, and it is going to over curl.
Yep. Precisely why we were pointing out that ripping that blue rock out with a takeout would have been a better scenario. But sometimes you got to deal with the shots that you're given and calling. This one's going to over curl. Whoop, it backed up. It went the other way.
Yeah, it lost handle or picked on the slide path.
Yeah. Mike could still do that, what we were talking about. It looks like, yeah, he's tightened up the ice. He's going to go after this blue rock now.
Plan B. Switch plans here.
Sometimes you don't get a second chance to go after a rock, but in this case, it's going to work out.
Take it while you can, although the angle's not as good now because you can't get to the outside, but should be able to get it.
Looks tight. Real tight.
Can you jam it back the other way?
Maybe.
Not sure he's going to get anything, will he? No, he's got a piece of yellow. He's going to take his own out in the back. And that blue rock was easier to hit before the other yellow was thrown.
It's true.
And it made it harder. So now Team Cato trying to guard up that blue shot stone and set up their deuce to get
this one's on a much better line, Roger.
Yeah. It's going to over curl again, though. It's just so much curl.
Yeah. No, it's going to miss it.
Now Heather Dockstader has a chance to get rid of that pesky blue rock.
They got it to the rings. Did they get it there? I don't think so.
Still off the rings.
Boy, you got to make this blue rock go away. Could come the other way. You're seeing a lot of curl this way. You know, you could come the other way. I think I'd be coming the other way.
It's probably straighter.
Yeah. Put your broom right in front of the yellow rock and send it.
With that broom, I'd be fairly firm.
Yep.
And Heather can be fairly firm on this, so that shouldn't be an issue. Nice weight. Yeah, and they got on that one early. Looks like a nice shot.
Yep, gonna work out. Bang. Beautiful.
Bang and freeze.
Yep, very nice.
Beautiful delivery, Heather. Careful. Nice delivery.
Top nose.
Careful.
Kind of took the starch out of getting a deuce this end, so now they're
Yes,
scrambling. This is scrambling a bit.
I don't know.
Can they? They might be able to get all three here. What happens if we just come down and again a little half rocker, right? Half rock double. You get or triple. You get rid of all three.
I think Matt saw that when he took a good look at the.
You got a little catcher there on the outside.
Coming the right way to do it.
Even if you just hit and flop underneath that wide corner would be pretty good.
Yes, it would. Put you back in place for a deuce.
There you go.
How about you? Wow, what a great shot. The old triple.
It was
And
all
stuck around in the back.
Yep.
Absolute great curling shot.
All lined up.
All 3 rocks went bye-bye, and he's stuck around for a biter in the back. Plenty of room in between the 2 blue rocks for Heather to draw around and freeze down on, or out-count the other rock. Certainly in between the 2 of them would be okay.
Sweep that one, dog. Sweep it. Sweep. 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 All the way, guys. All the way.
Shot rock, but in the open.
You can play normal now?
So a pretty successful scramble, I would say. Looking at 3 and then suddenly getting back.
Now, if Matt can hit this yellow rock and slide in between the 2 blue ones, it brings multiple score for blue if that can occur.
Yeah, we put 3 into play.
Curling hard. It's going to get to the nose.
Going to even cross just a hair.
Yep.
Not bad.
Nope.
Sitting 2.
1 and 2.
Got the deuce.
Down to skip rocks here.
Deuce in play.
And by the same token, if you're Mike, being able to erase shot rock and slide in between the 2 rocks now puts more pressure on Liz to be back in the business to get 2. Fifth end to play in our feature game. Really good game.
Been a back and forth.
Yeah, it has. It's great.
First skip rock here and the 5th end for Mike Hurd. Got to make one of these blue rocks go away.
Yep.
Try to keep it down to 2 for now.
First skip stone for Mike here in the 5th end.
Well, you just can't wait for those to go.
No, you can't.
You got to go early.
It's going to go out. It's going to get through the
So
job.
you going to get the little ticky? Nope.
No.
Oh, it might have got it out the back.
It did.
Wow, it just got a piece.
Yeah.
Got a little lucky on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right in between these 2 blue rocks again is the shot.
2 choices. You either hook around the corner and hope you can grab 3, or you go split
the house
and make your 2 that way. Just depends on how aggressive you want to get here. Anytime you try to bunch of rocks, you do set up a possible double, but I don't know that kind of club level curling, if you get one around, partway around that corner, I don't think there's doubles going to be
split the house.
It's a safe call to get 2.
Yep.
Almost no chance of a double if you split the house here. And I think you either want to go like top 12 or you want to go way back 12.
Yeah, either way, I think if that occurs, if she's sitting 2, that Mike with his last rock, he's going to erase one of them. And
right. I just don't think you want to go T-line because it gives you a chance to hit and flop onto the stone in the back 12.
Sure.
If you go real steep, so high in the house, you go way back in the house, then that doubles a lot, or the flop is a lot harder.
They're not sweeping. Weight looks okay.
This may check up in the back of the house.
My goodness, this is going to go through.
This is just lightning quick. Heather's giving it all she's got.
I don't know.
And
I think I'd be putting
boy,
a stick on that puppy.
I think it hung on.
Definitely one you want to get the biter bar out on.
You got to hit it. If you think it's on, you got to hit it.
Yep.
From our overhead cameras, it looks like it's on, but
you might see the old biter bar.
I'm killing a rock here.
Yep. Well, if you make a mistake here, you bring 3 into play, right?
Yeah, you draw in the open and they take you out. You're dropping 3. If that rock that's thrown is off the rings, then I'm drawing to the one behind the corner.
Yeah.
And otherwise, if they're sitting 2, with a 2-point lead, I'm hitting something. I'll hit the open one.
Or you would take a bit of a risk and freeze to the one in the back perfectly and take them both out. But
that wouldn't be my 5th choice.
No, nor
I'd be hitting.
Just saying.
Yep.
With this ice, I'm not sure what he's doing. Is the thing.
I think he's freezing to one of the other rocks. Let's see which turn he throws.
He's thrown his in turn.
I mean, if you want to take the end away, you go around the corner.
Right. He's just playing. I think he's playing a hit, soft hit on the rock on the left. No, he's got the out turn. He's drawn.
Oh, he's going for the corner.
He is. It's tight.
Gonna have to go. Waited too long.
Yep, he's on the guard.
Don't punch this on. That would be a disaster.
So 3 is out. 3 is in play now.
Yep.
Didn't look like enough ice to me for what he was doing, but he was throwing a little.
No, the draws were going 4 or 5 feet, right,
Yeah,
in that direction. So it looked a little tight on the ice.
Unfortunate there for Mike. Now Liz, doors open for 3 here now. Nose hit 3.
Hit and stick.
Yep. Perfect shot. Nose hit 3. Bang. Very nice.
So after 5 ends of play, it is 5-4 Team Cato. And this here crucial 6th end, it'll be Team Hurd with Yellow Rocks and Hammer. You know, one of the things you think about as a skip out there is not so much the scoreboard as control, you know. And if you're up 2, and even though they're sitting 2 against you, if you hit a rock, you're still in control. If they get their deuce, you have the hammer tied, and that's kind of the definition. You're in control if you're tied or ahead with the last rock advantage. And by allowing Team Cato to score 3 that end, you just lost control of the game.
Absolutely.
So now you're scrambling to get back even.
Yep.
So you still got 3 ends to play. So plenty of time, but you're going to have to grab a deuce this end. That gets you need to get yourself caught up. Getting 1 here would be okay if you can hold.
Right.
Team Cato to 1 in the 7th, and then you have a chance to grab a deuce coming back. But puts a little pressure on Team Hurd now too. They have to score this end.
Yes, they do.
And at a minimum, they got to get their single.
Yep.
But they will be chasing for the next 3 ends.
Oh, yes. Later. Thank you. Wow. Allison, who's running this tournament, has got for
special cookies for the event. Those look
exactly.
fantastic. That's almost too pretty to eat.
Allison Dunn has been was the chair of this event, I believe, and she had her bridal shower yesterday. Congratulations to she and Brian Levy, who are getting married in April. And we just heard her say that she's exhausted, but she handed out some really nice cookies, which I'm going to
I wish we could put a picture on the screen. You can't believe how pretty these look. They're absolutely gorgeous.
It looks like a ring with a diamond on it.
Roses and gold, a gold garland. Yeah,
absolutely beautiful cookie.
These are amazing.
Roger slid right onto the rings here. He's going to go. Mike's going to sweep it to the back 12. And
chance to use your corner guard here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yep. Looks like they're sweeping for a little wide. And a sweep for the one on the, oh, and it backed up. Lost the handle. I think it's going to make contact. It's going to be a perfect freeze if we can get it there.
It's in a good spot anyway.
It is in a good spot. Considering it lost its handle and reversed on her, it still is in a good place. Liz is going to play the freeze game here with Crystal.
Yeah, take more anyway. You got it.
Starting to come over now. My goodness, this is coming a long way. They had to wait for it to curl. It's losing its momentum, but it's a very useful rock. So yellow still sitting one. Now, do you give that yellow rock some shelter, Roger, or do you draw it behind the yellow guard?
I go behind the corner.
Yep.
Either that or you hit the one. Well, yeah, you can hit the one on the top.
Yep, and flop over.
Top 12. The one on the top 12 is a bit of a danger rock.
Doug Hurd, a chance to.
I mean, the shot you call here depends on how much precision you can expect out of your shooter, right? So, I mean,
right.
I think with a really good, accurate second, you would try to hit and roll off that rock on the top 12.
Wait, it's curling. Here it comes. Holy smokes, here it comes.
Look at it turn.
Wow. My goodness, keep it going.
Get a little bite of the 8-foot here. Pretty good shot.
Absolutely. Yep.
Setting up a pretty good end here.
Mm-hmm. Boy, did that make a big move.
Huge. Sitting first and third.
Yep. Ooh. Crystal took a little nosedive there. She didn't hit her, just looked like she landed on her side, but appears to be okay. And once again,
recovered pretty well.
Recovered nicely and threw a good stone here. Now the plot thickens.
Well, the bad news for Team Hurd is it's hard to remove that blue rock anymore.
Yeah, it is. I think you got to push this yellow one back and maybe roll under these guards.
Take the guard out. Okay. Well, go for the back one. Take the one. Okay. Go for the back. Or go behind. Just the guard back.
Bill Lagarde's not a bad call here.
No, not at all.
Trouble is you got 2 blue rocks to get rid of here to bring your rock in the corner into play. Actually, I think they're first and fourth.
Don't want to touch that one.
And that worked. That opens things up a little bit.
Good shot there from Doug. Made shot, called shot.
Split the top one? You ever split the top one? No, this way.
I think you'd really like to remove the yellow shot stone.
I think Matt's thinking about running the blue one back onto it and splitting the 2 blue ones.
I mean, if you tap jam it,
And sitting 1-2.
I think they'll be sitting 3, I think, if they
would
run
if
the
they
yellow
could do
off.
that. Yeah.
It is open.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing in. There's really nothing in the way. I think they can even get to the inside. I mean, the danger is jamming it in the back. I think Matt's looking at splitting the blue
Yep.
in the top 12 to lie 2, I guess.
Sure. Fine shot. You just kind of like back 8 kind of weight, I'm guessing.
Yeah, back 8, back 12.
Back 12, yep.
It's tough. You got to hit a good chunk of the blue to direct it back onto the yellow rock, or at least toward it.
So it's going to over curl. However, I think the blue rock's going to wind up shot rock. And it did. No, it's not going to be shot.
Yeah,
Yes, it is. Yeah, it hung on. So now what, if you're Mike?
Skittable. You can see at least a half. And again, the rock that's the thorn in your side is the one in the top 12.
Yep.
It's not always shot rock that's the problem.
So true.
Heather Dockstetter trying to come down toward that back shot stone.
Better go.
God, the weight is gold, but did they get it by?
Nope.
Again, they just waited too long on the curl, and maybe on the weight too.
Yep. Made shot rock a little less exposed. I believe blue can come out of the Cato can come out of this sitting 4. Cross the face of that yellow one and roll in, and I think it'll be counting 4 blue if that's the case.
We can also afford to just nose it back. We're going to toss the blue. Just a drop.
Tougher now than it was.
Yeah, but that blue rock got shoved over a little bit.
You still get to the inside, I think.
Oh, what a shot.
Blue sitting 2.
Yep.
Yeah, you got some work to do to get your deuce.
Yes, sir.
Even score.
Good shot.
I think you got to remove your own yellow rock out of the front.
Or shove it back.
Exactly. Just move it back into the pile.
Yep.
You got to get rid of it so you can draw anyway. So you might as well push it back on one of the blues here. A T-line back 4 here. If you hit it high side, you can bump the one in the top 8. If you hit it right on the nose, you can go right to the one on the back.
Yep. Not much more than that.
And so I think you want to raise this rock either onto that one or onto. They got a lot of catchers.
Don't know if this one's going to come back.
Got way wide.
Yeah.
Don't know where the broom was. That
Not
was
going to come back.
That was out there.
A little nick.
Going sideways here.
Tick, a little
Going
tick.
sideways. Oh, man, if they swept it by, they would have been on the back one.
There, so true.
I think they missed the sweep call.
Still could be shot.
It's close. Yeah, I think if they swept that.
Oh, it comes right to the back.
It goes right to the shot rock in the back 4. Here's Cato with her first. Looking to sink one here, top 4.
Not quite the legs to get there.
Boy, the line was perfect.
Yeah, it was. My goodness, 1 broom, 2 line. Now what? Who is shot is the question. Same shot, Mike. Just tap that yellow one up, huh?
Can you still raise that yellow?
Yeah, sure you can.
Can you even miss it if you just hit it? If it comes off the
It's going
one
to
Liz just
something.
threw, it's going to go on to the one on the top 4 or top 8.
If you're heavy and it comes through, it's going to come to the backer and be shot rock.
I think you'd have to be really unlucky to send it through the hole.
Boy,
not much of a hole.
Right. I mean, even it ticks off of the one over in the
If it
floor,
ticks off
flops
that, I think
over.
it goes
I'm
here.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Wow.
You got lots of ways to stuff that one in. You're going to throw the out turn at this. You got to cross over.
Mm-hmm.
I guess well, either way.
Half a rock, and you're only going to slide it to the 8 foot, right? Not sure. I don't know. I don't know if he's not making a take. He's not hitting the blue rock, is he? He's trying to promote his yellow one?
I would think so.
Yeah, I would think so,
Got to
too.
throw pretty good weight at it, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to make this. You can bounce this yellow rock around.
I think the fact that they can't really get it through the, you'd have to be so unlucky to get it through the hole
Agreed.
in the back that you could throw a little more weight at this. That way, if you come off that, if you rub off that top blue, you wind up somewhere
little tight line.
Come on with some
Little
weight.
tight line. Real tight. Real tight. Oh, my goodness. He doesn't want to miss his yellow one here. He's going to chip the yellow one somewhere. Not bad.
That worked.
Not bad. That was one of the options we pointed out.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. Thank God he didn't overcurl
Well,
and hit
that's
the
why I
blue.
like
He's
throwing a
running the
little
blue one
heavier
back.
weight at that, right? Because you're going to land on something. It was almost impossible.
It would have been disastrous if he hit that blue rock on the schnoz and took his yellow one out in the back.
That would have been ugly. Now the question is, he's hitting 1 and 2.
Just got to play a tap. Yeah, hit, sneak one through, and exciting end. Wow.
Jams everywhere now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways of making this with the intern, though. You could over curl and hit your blue one and skinny it in if you're throwing that kind of weight. You know, just kind of back 8 kind of weight. There's almost like a little sneaky thin double there. Oh my goodness. That's what she's thinking. Just chip the yellow one out and come back to the blue one, the yellow one in the back.
Redirect.
So, yeah. She'd sit 3 if she makes this. That's what she's throwing. I think that's what she's trying. Or just hit and roll.
I think two-thirds of a rock and just flop into the 4th foot.
Right,
I think you'll sit 2. They may be second rock in the back, although it's very close.
Yeah, I just can't tell. It's hard from this angle to tell. A lot of rocks in play. This end, I think, has had more rocks in play than any end in the game thus far, for sure. Big shot here. Liz's last stone in the 6th end. Ahead by 1.
Bring a little bit of heat here.
Yep.
And it's coming. Look at it go. Oh, and it rubbed the guard. It rubbed the guard.
The good news is that it took the shot rock out in the back, but left Mike sitting 1, I believe. Yeah, for sure.
Now he's got to draw for 2.
Yep.
Just come up to his
Just
rock.
rubbed it. Curled late hard, huh?
Man,
did that curl late hard.
This is just a plain old draw to the pin here.
Maybe.
I like throwing the out turn draw all day long, and you can rub off your own and probably score 2.
Yep.
Just play the out turn draw. You're just going to go to the pin, and you've got a little, if you rub your yellow and not hit it too hard, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Plenty of room here.
Correct.
You're just coming in here.
Draw
You've
away.
got
Just draw.
Ton of room.
Draw. Draw all day.
Don't overthink it.
Right.
Don't even think about the backing. There is no backing.
Right.
If you hit your...
Just flopping off your, just boop, just hit the inside of your rock with draw weight and you get your deuce.
If you're going to rub your rock, you got to make sure you get it low side.
Right.
You just got to think about this as a straight draw to the pin.
Yep.
If you nose your rock, you're not shot.
Correct.
So just pretend like your yellow rock isn't there on the top 4.
So
just
true.
Draw the pin and call it a day.
Yep. Get control back.
And get control back of the game here, up 1.
Big shot here. Hammerstone, 6th end. Mike is sitting 1. He'd love to come out of this end with a deuce.
It's a little tricky. You've got to make sure he gets to the low side of his shot stone. Looked like he came out a little tight.
He did. We don't want to promote the blue stone in the center, but you got to go all the way hard. All the way hard.
Hold it out there.
All the way hard.
The weight
It's going to go
great.
sideways if we don't keep going. I think he's got it. I don't think he was even going to touch the yellow stone.
Man,
nice throw there, Mike.
Nice job.
Oh, beautiful curling shot.
Top 4.
For 2.
A deuce out of nowhere.
Very, very nice.
We got us a barn burner here.
great sweep.
And here we go, 7th end. Mike Hurd with a 6-5 lead over Liz Cato. Team Cato will have the Blue Rocks and hammer here in the 7th end.
All right, sweep it, Heather. You think so? Yep. Okay, over and up. Leave it in the center. Over and up. That's good. We can put another guard behind you. Thank you. You can follow left.
Shout out to everybody at Delmonico's Steakhouse. I guess they've got us up on the big screen there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. And I believe that's Mike Jones's daughter, Tori, I think. I don't want to misspeak, but thank you for doing that. Was that Kelly's daughter and Kelly's daughter as well? Thank you. I was off air for a second. Mike had told me that we're on at Delmonico's Steakhouse, so that's really really great. Thank you for doing that for us. Hope you folks are enjoying the game as much as we are.
It's been a good one.
It has. 2 ends to go here. This is where, when you're a curler, you got to kind of hang in there and not think too much and just throw your stones and not get too involved. It's hard to not do. I tell people every day I've been playing the game this is my 22nd year of playing curling, and it's hard to not find this game intense when you play it. It may look like a cerebral, slow-paced game, but it is an extremely exciting game to play.
Oh, that one bolted too. I think if they'd hit that early,
might have been okay.
It looked like a good throw.
Yep. Very impressed with the way the players are playing this ice today too. It's a little tricky and curly, and they're really handling it well. Been a well-played game.
Now a chance for Team Cato to get right back in business here. They're Shotstone back 4. Behind Team Hurd center, trying to get another one in.
And there's a classic example. They jumped it, and
they held it out.
They held it out, and now they can finish it, and it's just going to be perfect stone.
Oh, that's
for
nice
Roger.
weight.
That's a great shot.
They're in business.
Yep, that is just super.
Money.
Yep, right to the top of the button.
That is money.
Beautiful shot. Do you almost want to get rid of your guard here?
You do at some point, I think.
I think you got to almost erase the guard. Give yourself a chance. You don't want blue. You don't want. You're up 1 without hammer in the 7th. Then you don't want to give up a bundle here.
Well, I think you either peel that guard or you freeze to your rock on the top 4. I like dumping one in here and then probably peeling after that. Main thing is stop the bleeding here.
Right.
If you peel the guard, they're just going to split the house. Now you got to make a double just to hold it to 2.
Yep.
Just too tight, not enough ice.
Yep. Might get the guard out of the way, though, if it doesn't get to the nose. It's actually going to come to the nose, I believe, and run it straight back. Boom. As far as you can get it, folks. Okay.
Okay, Doug. Plan B. Yeah, you were narrow, Doug.
Once again, recognition by the front end to jump this stone and get it going, keep it out there. Might get a little rub off the yellow one that's a guard there.
Yeah, it's over curling.
Yep.
Well, now's your chance to move some stones.
Yep. Mike's looking for bumper weight here. Try to sail one in between these, the yellow and blue stone, looking down the ice here, and make contact with one, or if he might get them both. They're about a foot apart, it looks like.
Well, with the amount of curl we have here, you don't have to throw this light. Coming up.
Good looking shot here from Doug. If it doesn't rub, oh, he's got it. Bang, bang, good shot. Yellow rocks stick around.
Got rid of one.
Got rid of one, good throw. Very nice shot there from Doug Hurd. Brother Mike just gave him a little fist pump there in appreciation for that one. And Crystal will try and put this one back. Sit 1-2 if you're blue. It's going to strike the yellow rock and roll over. And good shot.
Sitting 1-3. The trouble brewing for Team Hurd.
Need a good freeze here. Good freeze on shot rock here.
It's a tough freeze too because of that rock on the top 12.
And the way it's curling, it's tough. There may just be enough room. There's about.
I think you can get there. You just can't be late on the sweep.
Right. Good 5 feet in between these stones here.
Get in behind the blue rock on the top 12 would be golden.
Yes.
Well, the line looks great if they get by that top one.
It's by the top one. Little heavy, maybe a little toasty.
Not bad. Little open.
Bad. Little open. However, you got to get to the nose to not interfere with your blue one, and that could be tough. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, you got to throw down weight shot here.
Yep.
No more than hack.
Right. He's going to take a look at what it looks like down there.
Yeah, Matt's going to take a peek. I think Liz had the right idea. Maybe back line and just tap it back.
Yep.
Just to get some good curl.
Shot rock right now.
You really want to get to the inside.
Here, Barry. It was a 6-end by Brian, yeah. And then we're not. It's only in my first. You like that?
So Matt looked over the park from that end, and he's going to come with some weight here and try and just cross the face of this yellow rock and slide underneath these two blue.
You might be looking at the double. I think they're throwing a heavier weight shot. They're going to lose everything.
Yep, good call.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done, and blue's sitting 1 and 2.
Yep. So that clears the park,
Yep.
which is nice. So now it's a cold draw round, or you just hit.
Folks, that was a professional curling shot.
Yep. Yeah, the angles were there. And
Yep. Well thrown. Well thrown.
now you got to take your medicine here and hit the open rock, and hope you only drop 2 here.
Right.
So you still have a chance if you're down 1 coming home with. Deuces have been plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had a single yet.
Nope.
Sweep, sweep. Sweep. All the way. Gotta lean on this one. Gotta lean on it. Keep leaning. Keep leaning. All the way. 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 Nice shot.
That is going to be shot rock in the back 8.
And it rolled to a good spot.
Yeah.
Great job, Kelly.
Well swept stone, too. On it early. Hmm.
What? Here?
How much is that?
A foot and a half. I already had 2 feet.
I think you can
No,
tap.
it's-
You can tap this back.
I thought he was drawn, but I could be mistaken.
No.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Beautifully thrown again. Nice shot from Matt. Gonna leave blue sitting 1 and 2.
Yep.
Very nicely thrown.
And now Mike Hurd's going to have to follow that down and freeze on it
Yep.
to reset things here. Make a good freeze here. You might get out of the end without dropping 2.
Yep. Takes them both out of play. And if you're heavy, you got a backer, right?
I think if you're going to miss this, you miss it short and buried.
Right.
I don't think you want to be.
Front of the tee line right in between the 2 blue would be an ideal spot for it.
If you're heavy and you rub and roll wide, you're cooked because it's going to jam in the back.
Down to skip stones here in the 7th end. Team Hurd ahead by 1.
Just looking to come back here and freeze on shot rock and neutralize both blue stones would be the idea.
And again, if you're just short and you stuff one, that's okay too, right?
That'd probably be okay.
Yeah. Show me on the telestrator there, brother. I'd like one right in between, if he is short, right in between the 2 blue stones, right where you got your
Right,
right
in
there.
Right in there would be pretty good.
sweet. Yep.
Yep. That would be tough to get out. Critical shot this end.
Big time.
Gotta go back. Gotta hold from back.
Yeah, it looks like it's way out there, but they're going to come.
Got to get by the guard.
Going sideways. Maybe a little light. I don't know why they came up.
Oh, mercy. They had to keep going. Pretty well thrown. Blue sitting 2. Now they want to draw one in between the 2 blues, right?
Or you could split the house.
Could split the house.
It's tough to get to the back one now.
You could also play this, but you can't fit 3. You can play here.
Well, Mike Hurd's going to be looking at one of 2 shots. He's either going to have to try to get around this, at least half buried, or he's going to have to come around the middle.
Ideal shot here for blue would be, it might be a little tap on their one at in the 12-foot, and just tap it behind the yellow one and sit right there in the 12-foot.
I hate to do that, though, because it gives Mike Hurd a chance to come around, wrap around to the 4-foot. Right now, the 4-foot's open.
Boy, the way it's curling, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess you can get there.
Yeah, you gotta be
If you got one in the middle of the 8
You
foot,
only need to be half
that's
in
what
the
it is.
12.
If you split the house, I think Mike Hurd is just going to have to
Draw?
play for the whole ball game with
Yeah, with a
a draw around the center.
yeah.
If they draw open and you hit, you're dropping
Talked
3.
her into splitting the house. I think she wanted to throw the shot I was thinking about, tap the blue and sit right in the middle of the 12 foot, but sit 3, make it tough for Mike to get to either rock. So splitting the house here is the call. Liz's first stone in the 7th end.
This is the safe call. You don't want to give any place easy for Mike to hide with his
Right.
nest.
Yep.
And you're forcing them to look at 3.
It's a great shot.
And sitting 3.
Yep.
Now you got
Great throw.
some choices.
Oof.
They're all ugly, but what you're going to have to do, you're either going to draw.
The good news is that the blue rock that's shot is behind the tee line.
Yeah.
So he can draw either way.
He can draw either
He's almost
way.
got more room on the right side coming down.
Yep. The out-turn draw looks easier.
From here it does.
You've also got this option. You've got a hit and roll off the rock that was just thrown. That's a little more precise, right? If you want to get to a spot, it's usually easier to draw there than to hit and roll there. For
So
sure.
true. Yeah, I think I'm coming with the out-turn here. Let's see what Mike chooses to do. Either one is he's got a backer coming this way, but boy, the way it's curling, I'm not sure he can get to that rock.
I think the out-turn draw is 100 times easier than this in-turn
As do
draw.
I.
Okay, so like more ice be like here.
Not only that, if you're half exposed, it sets up a jam. Whereas if you're half exposed on this side, I'm not sure.
No, he feels confident with his in-turn.
Well, he's just thrown it, so he knows the
Right,
line.
sure.
He's going to have to take another stone's worth of ice because of the.
It's so hard to talk myself into 1, 2, 3, 4 rocks in the way to get where I want to go, as opposed to no rocks in the way on the right. But he's got to be comfortable when you're skipping a game. You got to be comfortable with the shot you're calling and throwing.
Well, there's curl on both sides, so.
But this is this is probably the shot of the game. This is probably the most crucial shot of the game.
Yeah. Oh, this is a
Without question.
This is a bridge burning shot
Yeah,
because
right.
he really doesn't have much choice here. He's
Right.
staring at 3. The weight doesn't look bad,
It's tight.
but it did look a little tight on a hand. I wouldn't come up.
Tight. Don't worry about the weight.
It's all about line. And it's going to over curl.
Yeah. Weight was real good too. Unfortunate there for Mike. Open draw for Liz for 4.
Yep.
Whatever you want, you're throwing it.
Yeah, it's hard to believe the amount of curl out there in the wings.
Yep. So open draw for 4. She's not going anywhere near the center to try and follow her other rock down, I guess. That's all she's got to do. She can come to that rock and be shot, I believe, and be a 4th
Yes.
rock.
Easily.
Yeah. Just through it. Same line. Same weight will do it. Looks a little toasty. She needs to. And that is 4. Very nicely thrown. 9-6 after 7.
Well, now's where you got to take advantage of your 5-rock rule here and set up your triple. Can be done.
I'm guessing she's going to have Roger throw through.
Up 3, I probably would not. I'd probably go top 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to guard here.
And then throw your second one through.
Yep, personally I'm throwing through, but that's just the difference of
Too easy to get 3. Too easy to get 3 in the 5-rock rule. Up 4, you can go through.
This is going to be Mike's first corner, possibly. It goes on the rings.
That's coming in, and that'll be just fine.
Yep. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Kind of a numbers game here now for Liz. Once the free guard's over, you start eliminating yellow rocks. And
you need a couple corners here. You could even throw them on the same side.
Yep. Looks good. That is.
Just put that on right on one of the mixed doubles buttons. It'd be perfect.
Oh boy, I don't know if they're going to get it over. I don't know. They did not get it over. That's unfortunate. Oh. That's too bad.
Now you can go through. Got your distraction rock in the rings, and now you don't need any more in play.
Nope. I don't know if this is through. This is definitely not through. Okay.
Throw it on the corner.
Yep.
And you can start freezing.
Yep.
Well, you got a corner. Can't hit it yet, so.
Liz telling Crystal to take a breath. That was a funny gesture. Well, if you're Mike, at least you're liking there's rocks in play, right?
There's rocks in play.
There's rocks in play. You got stuff to mess around with.
And there's another.
Okay. E3.
You do need to hit these two.
Yep, I don't mind this.
You got to outstick them anyway,
yeah,
right?
Right, absolutely.
Even nose would be fine here.
Yep.
Stay right on top of it.
one normal or? Come on, you do it. Well, wait, Mike. Okay, normal.
Not what you wanted.
A little on the tight side.
Yep. Not impossible yet for Mike, but looking bleak right at this moment. Again, he's still the recipient of rocks in play here, which is
Still got 5
still
rocks.
giving him a chance. Still got 5 rocks to throw here. This is okay.
Definitely have to unstick those 2. Have any chance.
Tight again. Oh, this one's going to work out. Could sweep it to get it behind the other blue one.
Yeah, get it under the corner. Can't give up on those.
No. You needed to sweep that another 6 inches. It would have been harder to get to. A little loss of focus there, I guess.
Wait for my breathing to return to normal.
Pretty much wide open. There's edge on edge.
Yep. Don't mind the shooter going by there.
You don't want any shooters in play. You got
Nope.
too many rocks in play already.
Yep.
All right. I think you got to freeze to that.
Yeah, I do too. Or draw behind the other corner.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
A little tight again.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a field goal.
Well, they got to score them all now.
Take your own out here?
Peel the corner.
But I'd peel the
You
corner.
don't need the corner guard, right?
Nope.
I think you just come around this way. Just right beside you need it.
I mean, they got to score all 3 rocks, so.
Yeah, wait, also.
Give them no place to hide.
Distance. Yeah. Maybe 10 by.
Well,
that's something we can freeze to.
Things could get interesting.
That's something. That's a player. That just gave Mike a chance, frankly, but we'll see how this Depends. Freeze to that one. Freeze into the other one wouldn't be bad right now. You need a corner freeze.
You just got to put this rock in the position that it can eventually score.
Correct.
So it's pretty much got to be near the 4 foot.
Yep.
Still have a lot of work to do. I think that's your only chance is to use that center guard sitting in the top 12.
We certainly had an entertaining final to the Calder Conley Hurd, Roger.
Indeed.
Yeah. Glad you folks are enjoying it as much as us out there. Looks like the same shot you just threw.
Sit, sit.
Okay. No, don't sweep that out of there yet. Okay.
It's a smidge heavy.
Yep, good shot. So Liz makes this go away, and everybody can come off the ice and have a little
Adult
snack and
refreshment.
an adult beverage. We got a great game going over on sheet 2, down to Skip Rocks. Tie game. Blue sitting 4 with no hammer over on 2.
That's our B event final between Team Convoy and Team Palazzoli. All tied up, 4-4.
Run it, race it. I like it when it's wide open.
Okay, Liz is going to come after. I think she's coming after Shot Rock here.
Yep.
I thought she might have been running the blue one off on top, but which would be okay also if she's narrow.
Playing tight ice here.
Yep. She's on the blue one. She's on the blue guard. And
No harm there.
no harm at all. That gives a good look at the yellow one.
You probably got to freeze to something and hope for a miss.
Yes. Freeze to that one, or the corner freeze on the one in the 8 foot, too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea.
Yep, that's a really good idea.
Yep.
So we either want to freeze here for shot. You got to make sure you're shot there,
Yep.
or you got to freeze on that one. One or t'other. Now you got to hope for a miss.
Right. Stranger things have happened in a curling game, don't we know?
Looks like you're going to freeze to rock in the back 4.
Yep, looks like it.
We still want to push the blue back too far. Just come right down to yeah.
Looks pretty good. Oh, freeze on his own. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Oh my goodness, he's got it.
Good spot.
Absolutely a good spot.
All right, got to make a yellow go away here.
Yep.
It's that simple.
This is where you have to like skipping, Roger.
Yes.
This is where you really have to like skipping. If you're on the fence about skipping, these are not the positions you like to be in.
It is wide open. It's not.
It is,
it's
right.
not like it's a difficult shot
No.
here. It's only a question of what turn do you want to throw, and
Yep.
got to make sure you hit the right rock.
Right.
Well, quite frankly, if they hit the wrong rock, it's still hard to get rid of it. Made it interesting.
It did.
We'll
And
have
if
to
she
see.
leaves it out and ticks it off the yellow one and rolls away, he can draw for 3, right?
Yeah.
I don't expect Liz to do that, but it's a curling game.
What you don't want here is a pick.
Oh, boy. Famous last words,
Yeah.
right?
You're coming up the middle, too. I mean, you're in the slide path, so you never know.
You do not.
Keep the brooms down on this.
It's all over it. Perfect, perfect. Absolutely perfect throw. What a great curling game that was. This was a wonderful, wonderful game. Nice shot.
There you go.
Beautiful game.
Well done. So you're
Yep.
Calder Conley Hurd. I'm
That
all
was easy for you to say.
tank-tongued, right? Calder Conley Hurd champion for 2022 is Team Cato. Congratulations to them.
Do we want to take a look at 2? They're down to their skip stones.
Yeah, we can make a little.
Great game. Congratulations to the team of Liz Cato, Matt Hames, Crystal Hodge, and Roger Barkman. And also congrats to Mike Hurd, Heather Dockstetter, Doug Hurd, and Kelly Jones. It was a great curling game, and we really, really enjoyed presenting the game to you folks. So we're going to switch over to sheet 2. We still got 1 game left here, and it's a tie game coming for home.
We have Team Palazzoli with the blue rocks, Team Convoy with the red rocks. Team Convoy's got the hammer this end, and this is the last stone of the game.
A little extended curling for you folks out there.
And Team Convoy's got a little bit of a pickle here. He's looking at a whole bunch of blue rocks. Does have access to the 4-foot. The only question is which way he wants to come. This is our B event final. So the question is, do you draw this away or do you draw that away? That's pretty much what they're looking at.
Looking over the house here is Tim. He's again down to the last right. You gotta be closest to the center here.
Yeah.
Either you raise the red rock up, or you draw and just try to outdraw that rock that's in the 4-foot.
Well, I think you got 2 draws. You need full 4 only. You don't need to be on the button.
Right.
And
That's
you
right.
You can play the out or the end here. I think
I don't think you're getting there with the out turn.
Well, the out looks pretty good. It's just tight
You
board.
think so?
It's
I
a
mean,
tight board.
okay. Coming in between this way
Yeah.
here. Yeah, okay, got it.
But the end works too.
Yeah.
It really just depends on what you know, right?
Yes.
I mean, the out turn looks really tight until you realize the rocks are curling 4 feet.
Right. I don't know that particular spot on sheet 2 curls 4 feet, but again, you're absolutely right. It's what do you feel comfortable with throwing here? And
that guard is pretty high. I mean, the red guard is way up there.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's definitely room to draw. There's no doubt there's room to draw the 4-foot.
Yeah, you
here.
just need full 4.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to throw the in. Going to take another look.
Don't overthink it, Tim. This will be a crowd-pleasing factor here of a shot. I mean, this is if he can draw the pot, draw the 4-foot here. Everybody's going to go bonkers here if he can draw the 4-foot.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Feel confident where you have the broom. The beauty of coming this way, Roger, is that if he hangs it out a little bit, he's got a chance at the raise.
If he hangs it out and he's heavy, yeah.
You know, he's got a chance of tapping the red one up.
No matter what you're throwing here, you just got to think those other rocks don't exist. You're just drawing a 4-foot.
Right. And then a good third is going to find, find a second play, a plan B if in fact he's a little wide and a little heavy, because certainly that's a makeable shot in several different ways. Could tap it right to the button, could tap it off the blue one and flop into the 4-foot. So there's all kinds of little nuances that could happen with the shot. Again, folks, thanks for being part of our broadcast. It's so happy to be back with my friend and colleague Roger Rowlett. Had a ball call in the game today, and there's no losers in the curling game. Just somebody who gets the first drink bought for him.
There you go.
It's great to be back on air.
Looks like they changed the call. They're going to go
tap?
for the angle raise. Nope. Now we're going to play the angle raise.
Nope. Draw. Easy. Don't know. Not by.
In betweener. They went for the angle raise. And little tight on the angle raise. So congrats to Team Palazzoli. They grabbed the win for the B final here in the Calder Conley Hurd. And that will conclude our event. Thank you all for tuning in. We hope to be back on the air for a lot of Bonspiel action coming up soon. The Mitchell Bonspiel this weekend. We have the mixed championships for the club. We have the USWCA National Women's Bonspiel coming up. So keep an eye on our YouTube channel, and hope you can join us another time. For now, Roger Rowlett and Dave Craig Nolan, thanks for tuning in.